Eat it. Okay. Oh shit. All right. What the fuck? Y'all hear me right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Loud ass fire train.
Is that here or is that at you?
That's me.
Oh.
Yeah, they be driving by. All right.
Oh, they're right down the street, huh? They're literally across the train tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the other side of the tracks.
Yep.
Okay. Welcome back to another episode of CFB Enthusiasts, guys. My name is Jimmy. That's Patrick. That's Jacob. Thank y'all for tuning in to what is it, week 8 edition of the
Yeah.
college football season. Before we start, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and follow us on Instagram and TikTok as well, CFB underscore enthusiasts. That's where you'll find a lot of our short form content. If you believe college football just like we do, you're going to love it over here. So go ahead and show us some love. Guys, we have a stacked slate. We have 5 ranked matchups that we're going to talk about today. Let's jump right into this thing, man. The first game we're going to talk about uh, is USC traveling to the South Bend to take on the Fighting Irish from Notre Dame, who are on fire, have been, I think, won 4 straight since losing their first 2
yeah.
games. Um, Interesting matchup in styles. Guys, what are we thinking about USC going on the road to take on Notre Dame?
Uh,
That USC offense is explosive.
It is.
I mean, they are explosive. It's going to be interesting because if you think about the two per se explosive offenses that Notre Dame has played this season in Miami and A&M, they lost both of them. So I know I picked Notre Dame at the beginning of the year to be my champ, and the third loss Saturday would it would knock them out of any playoff contention.
Right.
So, but South Bend's a hard place to go play. I mean, it's like I said, that third loss would end Notre Dame's playoff hopes and end my title prediction, which was kind of a weird prediction on my end. But my prediction today is actually going to end Notre Dame's playoff hopes, and I actually think USC goes in there, and I actually think USC wins.
Interesting. I think yeah, it's a very explosive USC offense. Wayman Jordan, their starting running back, who's been phenomenal. He's going to be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. He's going to get tightrope surgery on his ankle. But the
saw
backup
that.
King Miller came into the game last week against Michigan, and he did his thing. He
Yeah,
went for 18 carries, 158 yards, and a touchdown, bro. And seeing how he runs, he has some juice to him. Not saying that Wayman Jordan didn't, but like he has some juice. He's electric, makes people miss, has great vision. Jacoby Lane and Makai Lemon might eat against this Notre Dame secondary. Now, I don't know if it's fool's gold from Notre Dame's most recent opponents, but they actually have gotten better in pass defense. In the first 3 games, they allowed 268 yards per game through the air. Over these previous next 3 games, they've only given up 202 yards. So a 60-yard, differential there. That they're giving up 60 less yards through the air, which is pretty good. They have both their guys in the back end, Christian Gray, Leonard Moore. Those top 2 guys in the back end are both back healthy, and I think that's going to play a big part in this game. They're going to have their hands full, but uh, we'll see. On the flip side, USC and their pass game or their pass defense shaky as well. I mean, they let Altmaier throw for 328 yards, and I think the reason why they were able to beat Michigan was Michigan's not able to exploit. in the past game with Bryce Underwood. So I'm expecting CJ Carr and Raritan, the tight end, to have a big day, and I expect Jeremiah Love to have a big day
Yeah.
against Notre Dame. Um, this might be one of the best Notre Dame offenses we've seen in a while. I think it's going to be a really close game. It has the potential to be a shootout, but give me Notre Dame like 35-27.
Oh yeah, I didn't even give a score prediction. I'm so sorry.
Not even good.
I'll go USC 31-24.
Mm.
Yeah, King Miller's he's a walk on.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah. I was just reading that. Yeah, he walked on.
He's a freshman.
So
Oh shit.
yeah, I
Hello?
no, you're sorry. I was just reading what I had. You have you got both on Notre Dame. Or you
No,
have
I have
USC. Got Notre
USC.
He had
Dame.
USC.
I don't know, man. This is a big game for both. Losers out of the playoffs, like for good. I think a 2-loss USC is not getting the playoffs. Notre Dame with 2 losses and no conference championship doesn't get in the playoffs.
This would be their third loss.
I mean, they're number 13 with 2 losses.
Well, it's A&M and Miami by a combined 3 points.
You know what's crazy? I hate Washington, but Washington's 5-1 with their loss to Ohio State, and they're not ranked. Anywho, like Jimmy said, you said USC's offense is really clicking right now on all cylinders. They just got fully healthy last week, and then they lose Wayman Jordan. So that's big, but looks like King Miller looked good. You look at Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley's best teams he's had is when his QB has full control of the offense. Caleb Williams, Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Maiava. Now this is year 2 in the offense. He came in last year, took Miller Moss's spot. He's looking like a really good QB. He has full control of the offense right now. Notre Dame's defense is still going to be Notre Dame's defense, right? They're always going to come out with Marcus Freeman and want to run through you. I just don't believe in their offense in a shootout. Like I don't think their offense can compete with the best of the best. This is one of the better offenses they've had, but they've already lost 2 higher scoring games. I think this will be a higher scoring game as well. But I think in the end, Notre Dame, USC, his offense is just too much. With Maiava's full ability to control it all at the line of scrimmage, and he can move if he needs to. I think USC wins 34-24.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good ass game. It's gonna be
it
a
is.
really good game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think,
Um,
yeah. And
two
USC's
blue
playing physical
bloods,
this year, too.
great
Two
uniform
blue blood,
matchup.
2 blue bloods for sure.
No.
Yeah.
But,
Speaking of rivalries, 2 teams that absolutely hate each other. The Holy War. This is only the
is that
second
what it's
time.
called?
The Holy War.
Yeah.
This is only the second time it's been a ranked matchup. Number 23 Utah goes at number 15 BYU. This is going to be a massive game. Not only for obviously bragging rights in the state, but for the Big 12, for the playoff race. This is a massive game.
Yeah.
Let's make this one a quick one. I do think that BYU is a little bit overrated. If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
they probably should have lost last week to Arizona. I think it took 2 overtimes to beat them.
It
No.
did.
Um, Yeah. So the biggest thing in this game that I'm going to be looking for, and it's going to decide the game for me, is the third down game, because Utah converts 60% on third down. They're first in the country in third down conversions. The teams that are usually really great on third downs, guess what they can do? Run the football.
Yeah.
That's why they convert so many third downs, because they're always in third and two, third and three, third and one. It's easier for them to convert, keep those drives going, and as the game goes on, they just keep punishing you and punishing you and punishing you until you tap out. And it's gonna be like a real heated game at first, and both teams gonna come out with their hair on fire. But when the rubber needs to meet the road, I think that Devon Dampier and Utah are going to be able to create enough plays, and I think on the flip side too, they'll turn over Bachmeier a couple times with him being inexperienced, him going up against a real good Utah defense. So I'm gonna take Utah in that game. I think it'll be low scoring.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be an ugly game, to be honest. I I have written here. This is a tough pick for me because I really haven't watched either. I've watched them play one game each: Utah versus Tech and BYU versus Arizona. And if I'm going off of that, Utah got walked all over by Tech, but I'm not comparing BYU and Tech. Um, it's a huge game for Utah if they want to have any hope of competing in the Big 12 for the title. Because they
Yeah,
have
this
one
will
loss or
be
two
their second
losses.
loss. This will be their second if they lose, second
And,
conference
and
loss.
yeah, and they're done with that. Um, I feel like it's too. Kyle Whittingham's been doing it for a long time, but I feel like it's two underrated coaches in this game.
Oh, dog, that's what I was gonna say.
Sorry, rewind.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah, Utah with two losses will be out of the Big 12 contention. Um, I'm gonna have to just go with Utah. I think at the end of the day, they have a better offense. They have a QB that, if shit hits the fan, he's not a freshman. He's a veteran QB. I think Utah wins like 21-14, 21-13. I think it's a defensive battle.
That's close to mine.
I think it's a defensive battle for sure. I think it's an ugly game. I think it's a game that I probably won't watch any of.
I
But I don't know
love
what
games
time it's
like that
at.
though. I love the
Huh?
ugly games. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Same.
It's
What time
unless
is?
it's like the Big Ten West, like that Iowa and shit like that. I can't watch that. But if it's like an
7,
ugly,
Pat.
low scoring game, I can watch that.
The 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I will surely not be watching that. There is great games on at 6:30.
For me, it's a toss-up. I mean, they're pretty evenly matched. I mean, Utah just runs the ball a little better, but I mean that's just by 10 yards. Both defenses don't give up a lot of yards, don't give up a lot of points. Like Pat said, two of the most underrated coaches. They've been doing it for a long time at their respective school. They beat a lot of people. The only reason I'm going to take BYU is because they're at home. Like, it's a toss-up, and that's the only reason I'm going to take them. But I'll take BYU 20-16. I'm with y'all. It's going to be an ugly game. Couple turnovers. Probably, hopefully, we see a little fight.
Yeah, a little scuffle.
Be
Yeah,
kind of lit. Watch the Mormons tussle, but it'll be a physical game. It'll be a
I think
physical
in
game.
this game too. I think they both wear their home uniforms. I think Utah
Yeah,
wears the all red and BYU wears
the
the all
all
blue,
red
and
and
it's
the all
like,
blue. Yeah.
mm, that's nice.
Gives me.
Jacob.
The holy war, more like the soaking war. But that's a whole.
Jacob, the Bayou Bengals, number 10, go on the
Yeah.
road to number 17, Vanderbilt. How we feeling, man?
I can't believe Vanderbilt's favored in
I
this
know.
game.
Depends who you ask. If you ask the media and all these so-called analysts and Vegas, it's like, oh my god, like Vandy's got it. Like Vandy's, it's a shoe-in. Like everyone thinks Vandy's gonna win. Hey, I don't think Diego Pavia has met this defense.
He hasn't met Harold
I,
Perkins yet.
the thing is that the defense doesn't concern me. Like I know Pavia's not gonna do shit, and I know Vandy's not gonna score more than 14 points. It's just gonna be a matter of can Nuss take care of the ball and can we score? Like, yes, we offense looked better last week. Yes, Nussmeier looked healthier, but he still threw the 2 picks, and it's like they were 2 really, really bad interceptions. My other thing with I'm tired of watching us run the ball with the RPOs. Like Jacob Hester talked about it on his podcast the other day. The problem with running the ball out of RPOs all the time is the O line cannot get a push. Like they got to just punch and hold their ground because you can't get upfield because if you throw the ball, you don't want to be too far up. So let's
Right.
just call design runs, just run the ball, let the O line go play. If Nuss can take care of the ball, which I hope he does, Aaron Anderson's practice, so hopefully he plays. I think it'll be a low-scoring game like most SEC games are. I'm going to take LSU. I'll go 27-14. I think we
They're
go
gonna shut
into
down.
Nashville. We go into Nashville. We beat them down. Brian Kelly goes to the Nashville Strip and starts dancing at the bars. No, that'd be crazy though. But I think we'll take care of business. The defense will do their thing. Here's the thing about last thing, and then I'll let y'all talk about it. The highest win rate when you rush just four linemen, like when you don't blitz. Second place is 23.7% win percentage. I think it's Utah. LSU's first. When we just rush 4 guys, we get to the quarterback 73.9% of the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And y'all
And,
definitely now thinking about it,
and we have
y'all have the perfect player to mitigate what Diego Pavia likes to do.
facts.
Yeah.
And that's Harold.
So
Like Harold Perkins said, his job this year is to make sure quarterbacks don't run. And on top of
right,
that, we have the best secondary in football. So
right. And I don't think any Vanderbilt wide receiver scare you. I mean,
no.
Eli Storage is cool, but other than that, I mean their running backs are cool. Cedric Alexander, I think his name is, and the other guy, but
AJ Newberry.
Newberry, yes, yes.
But no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What are you saying?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, you can go.
No, I say, yeah, what you were saying. I mean, they don't have any receivers on the outside. Like the corners are going to shut them down. Safeties are going to contain uh, the tight end. I just forgot his name.
Eli
Eli
Stowers.
Eli
Storage.
Stovers. Oh,
Well, he
they
ain't going to
can't.
jail.
If they can't throw the ball, it's going to be a hard game.
Bro,
But
throw the ball to Eli Stowers all you want. If a tight end's your leading receiver, you're not winning a football game. Like it's just simple as that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. So you have LSU,
Yeah.
Jacob?
Yeah, 27-14.
Oh,
I'll go 24-10.
it's fair. It's fair. Jimmy, who do you have?
I got LSU winning this game. Um Vandy, I think Vandy's offense plays right into the hands of what LSU likes to do defensively. I think
Yeah.
if you're gonna give LSU problems, you have to be like a Ole Miss
Yeah.
that can spread you out and air it out. And the
But even
quarterback has to be
But
Yeah,
Even Ole Miss only put up 24.
that's the problem. Yeah, that's best case scenario.
Oh yeah,
So
Ole Miss won because Garrett Nussmeier looked like dog shit.
Dude, we
yeah,
give up 11 points a game.
yeah. So there's no path I can see Vandy winning this game unless they're able to create probably 3 turnovers
Yeah.
on LSU, which that's a possibility, but
I mean,
am I going to bank on that? No.
yeah.
So I'll take LSU. I think it's going to be a low scoring game, similar to what you said, like 24-10, 24-13, something along those lines.
Yeah. You know me, I'm Dago Pavia's biggest fan. Um,
Oh, we know.
but I know LSU turned it over 3 times last week in the red zone for South Carolina, or else they would have destroyed South Carolina. Um,
What happened to South
I mean,
Carolina?
They look bad. They're just poorly coached.
who?
South Carolina, like it is crazy because Shane's been so good, but they look so poorly coached this year, which is sad to say because I like Shane a lot.
I mean, they're still 3-3.
Yeah.
But anywho, um, LSU has to hold on to the ball when they're in the red zone, even if it's just getting field goals. It doesn't matter. That's 9 points right there. Um, Jacob, you brought up the defense is one of the best in the nation.
The best in the nation.
I look at this game for Vanderbilt similar to the Alabama game, and they turned it over. Vandy's gonna. I love Pavia, but I think in this kind of game, he's gonna try to force something here or there. Um, that's gonna be a turnover or two. But the biggest thing for me is last week Nussmeier finally looked healthy. He could throw. He was actually running. He was moving. Um, I think the LSU now that's healthy with the healthy Nussmeier go back and play Ole Miss, they win no issue.
Facts.
I think Vandy has their work cut out for them. I just think LSU's defense is going to be too much, and their offense is going to be able to control the tempo, whether it's running, whether they're just slinging the rock all over the field. I don't think it's going to be high scoring, like super high scoring, but I think LSU controls from the opening kickoff to the end of the game. I think LSU wins. LSU wins 30-13.
LSU clean
They're-
sweep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, the two big boys. First, let's do.
These are the 2 night games, right?
No.
I think
Georgia Ole Miss is
Oklahoma,
at
Georgia's
2:30.
2:30. Yeah.
Georgia
Number 5
Georgia
Ole
Ole Miss.
Miss goes on the road to number 9 Georgia. I don't know how this game's gonna go. Georgia needs to start fast.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. The one thing you can say about Kirby that's been consistently like a question mark is his teams start really slow. And we can say that over the past 2 years or so. Remember how they started the Tennessee game? Very slow. Last week against Auburn, they're down 10-0. Going back to last year, remember the Alabama game? It was 30-0, then a heartbeat. They were down. There was another game in here too. The Georgia Tech game, the game they actually ended up coming back winning in 8 overtimes. They were down 20-6. And even last year in the game they came back against Tennessee, they were down 10-0 or whatever. They get off to these slow starts, and it looks like they're sleepwalking for the first 2 quarters, and then they kind of turn it on. I don't think they can afford to do that again because they did it against Ole Miss last year, bit them in the butt. They weren't able to recover. They
Yeah.
won't be able to do it against Ole Miss this year because their offense is just as explosive, if not more. And I just don't see a pathway for them to winning this game if they start off slow and they go down 2, 3 scores and they have to claw their way back. Yeah, the Tennessee win was cool, how they came back, but bro, it took one of the best throws of the year, Gunnar Stockton on 4th and 6, for them to even send that game to overtime. To who was it? London Humphreys?
Yeah, right on the right end zone, right corner.
Right. It took that type of throw for them to even stay in the game. That play didn't even tie the game. That play got them within 2, and they still had to go for 2
Yeah.
to send that game to overtime. So there's little margin for error when you're going down by 2, 3 scores. Um, on the other hand, they're gonna need to make Ole Miss one dimensional. If Ole Miss is able to run the ball, if Ole Miss is able to pass the ball, both, it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough for Georgia's defense. And even they struggle with mobile quarterbacks and quarterbacks that can run. And Trinidad Chambers definitely can do that.
Yeah.
Uh, but honestly, I think this game's gonna be really interesting because I think both teams are gonna come out buttoned up with their hair on fire. Georgia did not have a great performance last week against Auburn. They got away with one. Ole Miss didn't have a good performance and got away with one against Washington State. So I think both teams have something to prove as far as getting back on track, being back locked in. So I think it's going to be a nip and tuck game the whole way through. Georgia's going to need to fight a run game, and I think they do with Chauncey Bowens, who's kind of emerged as a RB1 for them. And I think Georgia finds a way to win.
Yeah.
I think they do. I don't think they can just rely on Gunnar Stockton though in his passing game. They're gonna have to find a running game with Chauncey Bowens and even Stockton with his legs. But Stockton carrying them through the air, he ain't gonna get them too far like that.
Nah.
Neither team can play one dimensional in this game and win. Like you're saying, Ole Miss can't be one dimensional. If Georgia's one dimensionally passing, they'll lose. I know that's cliche, but Ole Miss is playing good. Like this is as good as Lincoln Riley's. Like Jesus,
Huh?
this is as good as Lane Kiffin's had them playing.
Well, last week they struggled. They
I
struggled
would
a lot.
say he always has that one game that he loses that he shouldn't lose, and I think last week it was almost last week, but at the end of the day, Ole Miss just has more talent than Washington State. But
Yeah.
UGA is coming off a close game down the wire versus Auburn that they almost lost. So, like I said, both teams are coming out like, oh, we got to get back to our game. Oh, excuse me. Trinidad has been good for Ole Miss, but he's not out there single-handedly winning them games. But he's not losing them games either. Their biggest win on the year is LSU. And like I mentioned earlier, they beat LSU because LSU beat themselves. He struggled last week. Trinidad struggled versus Washington State. I think he comes out and struggles early in this game. We could see Austin Simmons again.
Nah.
He's healthy.
Yeah, but
But I think Georgia's eager to get their home win streak back. to 1 or 2. Did they play at home last week? So
They were
Yeah.
2.
at Auburn. It was at Auburn.
No, they were at Auburn. They were
Oh,
at Auburn.
so they want to get their home win streak back to 1 since they lost to Bama. Ole Miss their defense looks good. Their secondary looks pretty good. Like you said, Georgia doesn't have to run the ball. I don't see. Fuck, I don't know, man. I kind of want to. I have Georgia, but now they talk about it. Nah, I think Georgia's defense is still just gonna be too much for Ole Miss. If anybody knows how to beat Lane Kiffin, it's Kirby Smart. If anybody knows how to beat Kirby Smart, it's Lane Kiffin. That's the only thing.
Or Alabama.
Huh?
I said or Alabama because Kirby doesn't beat Alabama.
Oh, that's true. I think Georgia's just their defense is too much. I do think they're able to run the ball this game again. They find that run game. I think Georgia wins like 28. It's going to be close, like 28-24, 28-21, somewhere around there. It'll be a one possession game. But it's going to be a hard-nosed SEC battle, obviously, the whole game. But I think Georgia in the end. I think Gunnar Stockton just makes a few more plays than Trinidad Chambliss. I think that LSU game, seeing him run out of bounds when he didn't need to go out of bounds, shows that, I mean, going from D2 to the SEC is drastically different. Like that's something you can do in D2. It's not a big deal. You do it in the SEC, you almost lost the game. So I think just the experience and the big games prevails Georgia over the top.
It's funny you say that because you're leading right into my talking point.
Oh, there you go.
What's the hardest thing to do in college football? It's go win on the road. What's even harder in the SEC? To go win on the road. How many road games has Ole Miss had this season? 1. They played 1 road game at Kentucky. Who didn't play in that game? Trinidad Chambliss. This is his first road game in his entire Ole Miss career.
You know what's going to sound like for him?
No, dude, this dude is used to playing in front of like 2,000 people in D2, and now he's going into Sanford Stadium. Like, you don't think the dogs are, you don't think those fans are going to be down his neck? They just lost their last home game. Like, dude, he's never played a road game. He's never played a road game in Division I football. That's crazy.
Much less SEC.
Hey, he got to grow up quick now. He got to grow up quick.
That's got to drop,
interesting because Lane Kiffin talked about it. He kind of reverted back to his D2 ways last year and just tried to make things happen. Buddy, this ain't Division II. You can't just make shit happen out of nowhere. Like,
he said that even after last week against Washington State.
Yeah, like they asked Lane, they were like, "What do you tell Trinidad at halftime?" He was like, "I kept it pretty simple. I said, hey, let's not revert back to this D2 shit." So it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be hostile. It's gonna be a lot of dog fans out there. I want to pick Ole Miss, I do, but I don't see it happening. I think it's gonna be a close game. I do because I think Lane's gonna call the offense like what he does, like him and Charlie Weiss do, and I think they're gonna get Trinidad comfortable early and get him in a little rhythm. I like Georgia. I think it'll be close because that's all SEC conference games are. They're always close. You don't blow people out in conference play. I got Georgia winning a tight one, 30-28. I just think the experience at the quarterback, I think Stockton will make a couple more plays in Trinidad. 30-28, Georgia could even kick a game-winning field goal. But that's my score. I got 30-28. I think it's going to be a close one. I think Ole Miss is going to give Georgia all they can handle. And I'm curious to see how Trinidad responds because if Trinidad comes out and plays well at Georgia, then at that point, Ole Miss is a legitimate SEC front runner. So
Right.
see what happens. We'll see what happens when the boys
Oh
strap up the chin straps.
man, wait, hold on. 3, 4. Damn, it's 10 ranked teams in the SEC. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're all in the top 21.
That's insane, bro.
Greatest conference in America. And I mean,
Last
in
game,
general,
right.
like all sports, like it doesn't even matter.
Number 11, Tennessee. At number 6, Alabama. Alabama needs to exact some revenge on Tennessee. Tennessee beat them last year in a good game. Um, what concerns me about Alabama is they can't run the ball, and for the most part this season they haven't been able to stop the run.
Yeah.
That's gonna
They
be
put
a
up 160 yards on the ground.
how much?
156.7.
Alabama?
You know what's
Yeah,
crazy is that's 94th.
that's
Nick
bad,
Saban was shit his pants, bro.
and that's considering that they shut down Ahmad Hardy last week. So before that, it was even worse. So that's not a winning formula if you want to win a national championship. If you want to win regular season games, you can probably get away with it. But when you're going to play 4 top 10 teams in a row and win a national championship, that's not going to
It
fly.
ain't happening, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
not gonna
the
fly.
thing that's interesting about both of these teams is that they're both heavily, heavily battle tested. Obviously, Alabama losing the Florida State game, but they also had the Georgia game where they had to fight and scratch and claw to win that game. They had to fight, scratch and claw to hold off Missouri last week. On the flip side, Tennessee's been in some dog fights. Obviously, the
Yeah.
Georgia game, no pun intended. You got the Mississippi State game. People forget that went into overtime, and then I think even last week Arkansas gave them a really good push.
34-31.
So yeah, so Tennessee hasn't looked the greatest against these, inferior teams, the last 2 teams, Mississippi State and Arkansas. But that's why I'm expecting a nip and tuck ball game that is back and forth all the way through. I'm putting all my faith in Ty Simpson, man.
Yeah.
I really like this guy. He's been great all year long. People want to say he wasn't good in the Florida State game. Well, I don't think he necessarily played bad in that game. I think his own line couldn't block him, and he was running for his life. And by the way, he has no run game, so he's creating everything for Alabama. And he only has 1 turnover on the year, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's been phenomenal. He's very efficient. It's kind of weird. We didn't see much of Ryan Williams last week. I think he had 1 target, 0 catches. So I don't know what's up with that, but I guess that game called for something different because Jeremy Bernard didn't really get going either. But yeah, I like Alabama in this game. I think it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be down to the wire. On the flip side, I think Joey Aguilar's gonna make some plays. I think their running back's gonna make plays. I think Chris Brazzell has the opportunity to have another big game, but I think Alabama's offense is running at higher efficiency than Tennessee. I think Joey Aguilar is turnover prone as well. If you can make him feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable, he'll give it up. He'll give it up, and I think that'll be the difference
It's
in the
just
ball game.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think that might end the game, really a pick or something like that. So give me Bama winning 34-31.
I like it.
Tennis. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You're good.
I have this is a massive game for Tennessee because if they lose, again, they're out of the playoff hunt. It'll be their second SEC loss. I mean, they're out of the SEC. Sorry, not the playoff. They're out of the SEC title game hunt. Most likely the playoffs. They'll probably drop to like 15 or 16. I don't think a 2-loss team makes the playoffs
Huh?
unless you have notable wins, and they really don't.
Ohio State had 2 losses last year. They made the playoffs.
Yeah, they had notable wins.
I see.
Tennessee has no. Tennessee
I
has
see
no
what you're
notable
saying.
wins. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense. I see what you're saying.
That is, hey, you
And
hold
they
on.
still
You
play
make a
8
good
and
point. You make a really good point. Because if they lose to
Dude,
Bama on Saturday, because the only other decent teams they have left remaining, Oklahoma, which they might be fallen off by that time, and then Vanderbilt, who they might fall off as well.
No.
So
Dude, they got Kentucky, Oklahoma, New Mexico State, Florida, Vandy. Yeah, no, Pat, you're right. If they lose, playoff hopes are over because all those wins are dog shit wins. Not
doesn't
dog
matter.
shit
Yeah,
wins.
all the wins don't matter.
Yeah, their games they're supposed to win. Yeah, like
Bama's turned it around since that week 1 hiccup too. Like they look like a whole different team. So, Jimmy, you mentioned it's going to be a battle of the 2 QBs. Really, right now, I'll take Ty Simpson over any QB in the nation that's not named Fernando Mendoza. So, I think he makes more plays in this game. I mean, he's so good, bro.
hold on. Did y'all see that 4th and 8 he converted last week
yeah. He's
on
the
the
best
left
quarterback
side?
in the country. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That was
That's what
insane.
I'm saying. I take him over any. I'll take him in any game head to head versus a QB that's not named Fernando Mendoza. So I take him over Joey Aguilar. I think Tennessee puts up a fight. I do, but you mentioned it. I think Aguilar has 1 or 2 costly turnovers. Bama maybe gets a field goal or a touchdown off of the drive of forcing a turnover. I think that's a deciding factor. I think Bama wins 34-21, 34-24, somewhere around there. They'll win by two scores.
That's I like it. I like it.
I just don't think Tennessee's the number 11 team in the nation.
That's fair. SEC games are just historically 1-score games.
Oh, I do too, but Bama's also at home. Like, it's not an easy place to go.
Oh, yeah. Tennessee gives up points, dude. Like,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, they score points, but like if you look at their they give up points. Like Bama is going to score points. Ty Simpson is going to score points. Like Joey's gonna have it's gonna be to the point to where Tennessee generally may have to their defense is not good. Like Tennessee may generally have to score every time they have the ball.
We saw versus Georgia. They don't have the defense to make a stop when they need to.
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Bama's going to score. Joey's going to turn it over, like y'all said. Bama's going to score again. Like, Tennessee's going to have to maybe score every time they're on the field. And you don't really go in, into Bryant-Denny Stadium and win. Like, yeah. It doesn't happen. Like, not everybody's Joe Shiesty. Like,
by the way, they have the longest. With Oregon losing, they now have the longest home winning streak.
It was Oregon.
Yeah, he just said that.
Yeah. It was Oregon for like 2 weeks, right? Because Georgia lost.
It was Oregon for a week because Georgia lost 2 weeks ago.
I think Ty Simpson proves again to the country why he's the best quarterback in the country. He does it in the best league in the country. and I think he continues to kind of put his name towards the top of the Heisman leaderboard. Like if he keeps winning games in this conference, he's the Heisman. Like it's simple as that.
Why? Yeah. I think it's him or Fernando Mendoza. Like either. It's a toss-up.
So I think Bama gets their points. Bama scores. Like I said, they're gonna take the ball away from Joey at least once. And like we've all touched on, Ty Simpson does not turn the ball over. I think Jam Miller has to play. He's questionable with a concussion, so we'll see. But if not, I think Bama will be fine. I just think Kalen and Ryan Glover clicking at the right time as well. Ty Simpson's feeling himself. He's in a groove. So I got Bama. I'll go 45-37.
Jesus.
I could see that for
I'll
sure.
go Alabama 45-37 in an absolute shootout at Nick Saban Bryant Denny Stadium. No, Nick Saban Field at Bryant Denny Stadium.
Yes.
Should be a fun
Guys, I
one.
gotta head out here in a little bit. So quick
Be a fun one.
upset.
It's
Quick
gonna
upset
be a
pick.
crazy game.
What the? Jimmy? Oh, well, hello, Pat. Hello, viewers. It's, thanks for
We're
tuning
not
in.
recording.
Mine's still recording.
Oh, yo.
Jimmy.
Well, it was a good episode.